Welcome into AZ Audibles on Sports360AZ.com. It was week 7 last week, and we're looking ahead to week 8. Going down the line, that's Jordan Ham, Eric Sorensen, Jared Cohen. Eric, let's start with you. You were off last week, but you still have the pulse of the high school football world, don't you?
I know it's a little bit late to give out mid-season grades since we are a little bit past the halfway point, but if you are going to give them out, Azur Kamara for Central High School deserves an A+. This kid, a senior, two-way star on the line. Listen to these stats. 20 sacks, 34 tackles for loss, 4 forced fumbles, and his 77 tackles are 26 more than the second best tackler on the Bobcats. They won 0 games last year. This year they're already 4-3, so a good story in Central Phoenix.
No question. In the playoff hunt. How about you, Jordan?
I was at Superior and Gilbert Christian, some Division VI 8-man football, and you saw Nick Cruz. I did a story on him Friday night. The quarterback, just a phenomenal star out there, but also Edgar Galindo. He's the running back. He's also the kicker. He had 3 rushing touchdowns in the second half and was constantly booting it out of the back of the end zone. So it was a tough starting position for Gilbert Christian. But the Knights on the other side, they have a very good team as well, 5-2. You can't have enough playmakers in Division VI, especially with the 8-man, plenty of big plays, and they have a lot of them.
Absolutely. So Highland, moving things to Division I, Highland, a tough loss against Mountain View. The best game that I've seen in person for a high school football game in a while. It was fantastic. Comeback win for the Toros. Highland, I was interested to see who was taken over for Josh Chadwick, who is one of the better running backs in Arizona the last 2 years. They had 2 guys. I was really impressed with Josh Egbo, senior running back. He's averaging 8 yards per carry this season, 6 touchdowns, very elusive back. And then the workhorse in that crew, Marlon Russell, he does a great job as well. They both have 6 touchdowns on the year. So their running game is picked up right where it left off, even though they lost Josh Chadwick last season. And, of course, Tyler Johnson is just a man amongst boys. It is so much fun watching him play. Looking ahead to this week, Eric, where are you headed?
It's going to be Tucson against Phoenix, 2 of the best teams in each city. Ironwood Ridge making the trek up to the valley to take on Marcos Deniza. Key Division II game. One player to keep your eye on, Marcos Deniza, junior quarterback. Naz Greer has 2,000 yards passing, 14 touchdowns. As a sophomore, he had 45 combined touchdowns last year for Marcos.
Yeah, he's been a stat filler since he broke out last season. Jordan, where are you headed?
I'm headed for some Thursday night football, Chaparral and Liberty. We've talked about Chaparral's defense so much this year. You know, the usual suspects, Brandon Jamison, Kurt Sugar, Brett Voss, Jack Moyes. One guy that's really caught my eye, though, is Mason Drake. He kind of came into the scene against Chandler when he was guarding N'Keal Harry. So far, he has 3 interceptions on the year.
Good stuff. I'm going to be heading out a big one. Mingus making their way down to the valley, taking on McClintock. And the only thing better than Jordan Ham on this set is Jordan Upham, who plays quarterback for Mingus. So they've got you right there, buddy. Jordan Upham, the quarterback for Mingus, over 1,000 total yards, dual threat guy, runs it, throws it. He has 6 pass touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns on the season. Mingus is trying to keep this great season going, only 1 loss on the year, and they'll play a talented McClintock team this Friday night. That's it for this week's edition of AZ Audibles. For Jordan Ham, Eric Sorensen, I'm Jared Cohen on Sports360AZ.com.